Good morning, everybody. All right. Hey, let's go in and see how our little ones are doing. I did take a look at the camera. There we go. Get the light to adjust a little. I did take a look at them on the camera. They look to seem to be doing okay, but I thought maybe we'd go in, get a little better look at them this morning. And there's our outside ones. They did okay, staying outside last night. All right, let's see how moms and little ones are doing here. How we doing? Oh, there they are. Looking good. Hey, I want to show you something. Now, I put this piece of plywood here, and let me tell you why. Now, I had that piece of plywood. I'm going to take a look. You can see how much gap I got right there. You don't think that's much? Yesterday, when we had 3 of them, I came out once to take a look, and there was 2 of them. I was missing one. That piece of plywood wasn't there. Somebody snuck out underneath that gate, and when I found him, well, he was way out there by those guys. Yeah, I had one too many lambs out there. So when you're setting things up for little lambs, even something like that, as simple as that, is enough for them to squeeze out. They don't need much space, that's for sure. All right, let's see. We'll go ahead and see how everybody's doing. Huh? How is everyone? Everybody up and about? Oh boy. There we go. I got 2 out of 3. And number 3 says, I'm going to take advantage and get something to eat. This one's number 1. No? Yeah, this is number 1. That's number 2. And you are the 3rd one. Yes, you are. See what I got here. That one's got 2 white legs. Yeah. All right, so what I got. Oh, that one's. There, you're going good, aren't you? Yeah. This little one right here. Yeah, you know who this is? This is number 3. This is the one that just about, oh, here, Mom, there you go, there you go. Yes, he's got the white tip on his tail. He's got no socks compared to the others. Well, say we got them all figured out. Everyone right there, this side of Mom, is the number 3 lamb. That was the one I came out here and did a whole lot of shaking up and down to keep him alive, and he lived, so maybe we'll call him Shaker. How's that? We might have one of them named out of 3. Yeah, the one we had to shake a lot to keep him alive, maybe we'll just call him Shaker. All right, they're doing good. Mom's feeding them good, taking good care of them. That's great. I might not have to do any bottle feeding that way. And I'll tell you what, yesterday I had planned to go fishing when Mom decided to have babies, and I didn't go, so I'm going fishing this morning. When I come back this afternoon, we're going to take some time and we're going to talk about the other 4 painted ewes that I still have to lamb. I want to tell you a little about them. That's the ones I picked up from my son-in-law. So we'll discuss them this afternoon. Hey guys, all right, fish weren't biting, so that didn't pan out. But hey, it's early, it's March, the water's cold, and a little bit of open water, and that's about it, so not much of it. Coming out here, I talked to you about changing up what I was going to do. I'm going to pick up this wire. I never got this out. Let me hook this over here. All right, there we go. Now, as I said, we're not going to use this here. I've got a roll here. There's a roll that goes down the rest of the way, and I got a 3rd roll by my house. I used that in my garden last year to keep the rabbits out. So we're going to take one of these, and we're going to go down to the cattle panels and see if we can attach this to the cattle panels to get a rough idea. I think I'm going to have to buy a 4th roll yet, but this will give us a start. All right, let me explain what we're going to be doing. We got the cattle panels. Let's go down here. We got the cattle panels, and of course, the holes are going to be too big. We're going to have lambs going through the holes. So we've got the wire. We'll set the wire up to block the holes. So what's the easiest way to put it up, hold it up, and have it in good shape? So here's what I'm doing. Right down here, I'm covered just about to the bottom. I can attach it here, and what I'm using, hog rings. Basically, I don't know if you're familiar with hog rings or not, if you've been around them or not. Now, I'm not sure, I don't remember if I even explained to you why I use cattle panels here. If I did, you're going to hear it twice. If I didn't, you're going to hear it for the first time. Basically, when I redid this whole fence last year, I cleaned it all out first, cut the dead trees out, the stuff that looked like it was going to fall. But I realized it's just not going to be much longer, and there's going to be more trees that are going to fall. So that means we're going to have to do it again. And my concern was putting wire up and a tree falls on it or a branch falls on it. Then how do I fix the whole fence? I got to take the whole fence apart, stretch it here or there. So I opted instead cattle panels, because I figured at this pace, or at this situation, if one falls and messes up one panel, I just take that panel out and replace it. So that's why there's cattle panels here instead of wire. To me, that just made a little more sense to me. So we'll see how it works in the future. But for now, I mean, we do have to do this to it, but that isn't that big of a deal, I don't think, having to do this. Considering what it would be like if I had to redo the whole fence later. All right, well, we just about got it for what we got here anyway. Yeah, there we go. Now I got 1, 2, 3. All right, I made 3 panels, that's 48 feet. And they say there's 50 feet of wire. So we're gonna need the 2 rolls I have, and if they're full, I'll still need 1 more roll. That'll cover us all the way down. I know I'd used quite a few of these, but I still got some left. I'd used some before, so I think we need to buy at least 2 or 3 more boxes of these, and we'll see where we stand. All right, we got that done. It's a test, got them figured out. We know it's gonna work. So the next few days, I'll start taking the other rolls down and putting those up. All right, I mentioned the other day, here's the other run-in shed. And I mentioned we'll probably move the paints, the 3 painted, once those babies come out, we'll move them, we'll give them this pin. And then we'll either give them this pasture. The idea is I want them in this pasture, but we want to finish that fence first. So if we don't have a fence, we can put them in this pasture. All right, let's go by the barn. Hey, I'll tell you what, let's go up, and I told you I'd tell you about those other 4 painted ewes that's coming. Let's go up and we'll talk about that. All right, the 4 ewes that are here at my son-in-law's. They may stay there and lamb there. Now I get my glasses. They may stay there and lamb there. They may end up coming here and lambing here. I don't know. They're in right with his Texas dolls now. If he'd happen to sell the Texas dolls, they'll come down here. If not, they'll just stay there and lamb. Now, if they stay up there and lamb, what we'll probably do, let the ewe have her lambs with her for 2 or 3 days. We'll bring her down and put them in here, let them stay a day or so, and then we'll introduce them to these guys as we go. Normally, I like a week or 10 days for a quarantine period, but they're all here, been on the same place. They're all kind of been around the same stuff. So I'm not going to be too concerned. I don't figure these guys have anything. Those guys have been here now for 2 years and haven't been off the place. So I'm not too concerned about them either. So we'll probably put them together a little sooner. What we have, I got this black and white ewe here. The smaller black and white, that is her daughter. So we got those 2. I got a brown and white here with horns. And she has not lambed yet, so she's her first time mom. And then I have this tricolor. The tricolor won't have any of the fancy genetics that the other 3 have, but she is a nice tricolor. I can still register as a paint, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, all 4 are bred, and they are bred to this ram right here. Now, As you look at him, we grabbed him and we grabbed that white ram the other night, last night it was, and we decided we wanted to measure them. Now we put a rough measurement on them, so it's nothing accurate. You need to be a measurement of 94 total inches for a Gold Star ram. Both of those two are sitting at like 93 and a half, and they're only 2 years old. Matter of fact, that paint ram, he won't be 2 years old till the end of April. So you have two rams that are right at Gold Star today, and they're not even 2 years old yet. So all 4 ewes are bred to him. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get out of him. So that should be interesting. So that's it. That's the 4 that are coming. Lamb here, lamb there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Tell you what, I think I'm going to get a bucket, get them some water, get that part done, check on the triplets, make sure they're still doing good, and I think we'll wrap it up for the day. Hey, thanks for sticking around. We'll see what comes up in a couple days.